back when Mission Impossible 2 first came out. My response to it was mostly just disappointment, mainly because of John Woo. Also, I was into Metallica, and they made that song I Disappear, which for the movie, and there was a music video, which was like, okay. After enjoying the first movie so much, my expectations were in a certain place, and they were not met. Many years later, I've watched it again. How do I feel about it now? Let's find out. More importantly, should you bother watching this movie if you're going to rewatch this stuff leading up to Final Reckoning, which just premiered at Cannes, either today or yesterday. Welcome back, buyers of the things. Jonathan here. And yeah, I watched Mission Impossible 2. And yeah, I did enjoy it more than I did back in the day. It certainly does not live up to the first movie, though, which is very disappointing. I think part of it isn't really the movie as a whole, it's just the ending kind of flubs. I mean, it's just not, the intensity of the ending in that first movie is not reached, I don't think, in the second movie. Part of that is it's this really actually pretty cool slow motion one-on-one fight at the end, but it just doesn't live up to, in my opinion, and really nothing in the movie quite does, the helicopter strapped to the train through the tunnel thing like that. I don't know, like they just didn't quite do it. They definitely got, you know, the John Woo thing into the movie, which is good. But honestly, that's the best I can say for it for the most part. That being said, I really didn't like it back then. It's an enjoyable movie. There are spots. The spots, and it's not, stylistically, the movie's great. The action in the movie is pretty great. It just doesn't live up to the first movie, I don't think, in terms of storytelling and twists. They're there, but not, not really, not really to the same, it doesn't have the same impact. Some of the acting and some of the takes chosen, and maybe this comes down to the fact that John Woo, I don't think spoke any English. I don't know if he does now, but I feel like there's a language barrier or something. At least that's how I felt then, and I still see it in some early scenes. Most of the movie doesn't have that, though. It's not the whole movie. It has some big shoes to fill, and it went a very different stylistic direction while still being action thriller. And I think it was an interesting choice that just didn't quite work. I don't really remember how well the movie did, but I don't remember at the time anybody I knew liking it that much. So, and part of that is this style, the John Woo thing, the camera's always moving, the spinning around the characters, even though they're not moving. That, you'd see that in like Michael Bay stuff too. There was a lot of that then, and it was tired. It was getting tired, and this movie, yeah, it was late into that stuff, and that would continue for a while. I mean, it's still used today, but at the time I felt overused and tired. And it doesn't feel quite as bad now looking back, because not everything looks like this anymore. So now it does feel like, okay, right? This is John Woo, this is cool, right? At the time, it just wasn't good enough. If you want to watch a good USA-based John Woo movie, not your only choice, but the right choice is Face Off. That's also part of the disappointment. Like, if they had somehow tapped into whatever happened on Face Off and brought that into the Mission Impossible thing, which I don't remember which one's first. I think Face Off was first, but I don't remember. This, Mission Impossible 2 would have been so much better. Maybe they just needed Nicolas Cage or something. That aspect of this, like him allowing himself to fall in love, that might inform his character in later movies. I don't remember. I'm going to go watch the third movie right after I'm done recording this. And then we'll find out if any of this carried forward, because I don't recall. I'd be perfectly okay with it not. But yeah, it's good to see Ving Rhames back. That was good. Oh, the one other thing I did notice that's worth mentioning, because I did recently watch, and I even recorded a little bit, but I haven't actually made a video out of those video clips yet. I recently watched Chronicles of Riddick. I'm blanking on the actress's name, but there's an actress in that movie that's the female lead in Mission Impossible 2. And part of the reason I'm blanking on her name is because specifically in Mission Impossible 2, she looks like, I think it's Zoe Saldana a lot, even though she's not. Less so in Chronicles of Riddick, but it's not her. It's not Zoe. It is this lady, which I'm going to go find her name right now. Thandaway Newton, or Thandie Newton. I don't know how to pronounce the first name. Thandiwe. Pretty unique first name. But she's good, and she's real good in Chronicles of Riddick, and I got major Zoe Saldana vibes, to the point where I was like, is that even possible? And, well, let's just say Zoe Saldana is a little bit younger than Miss Newton, but not a whole lot. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, Mission Impossible 2, better than I remember it. Not better than the first movie. I'm still kind of betting, well, this will be the question moving forward here. Is there another Mission Impossible movie they have that I like less than the second movie? Because I don't think so, but I might be wrong about that. So let's go find out. I'm going to go watch the third movie. That's the end of this video. Like and subscribe if you're still here, but I am going to keep going anyway and go see the new movie as soon as I can when it's out. And I kind of like Tom Cruise's hair in this movie. He grew it out a little bit. I think it looks cool. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But that stands out too. Anyway, peace.